So we've taken a look at how to determine whether or not we're allowed to multiply two matrices together by checking their dimensions, but we're going to go ahead and use the graphing calculator to actually do the multiplication, because as we talked about, multiplying an entire row by an entire column and going through this process is kind of time consuming, and the calculator is going to be much quicker and sometimes more accurate than we can be. So here's how it's going to work. Let's go ahead and multiply these two matrices using our calculator. So if you recall, the matrix button is located right here. It's seconds, and then hit the inverse key. That's the x-1 key to get this menu to pop up. To actually enter in the matrix, go into Edit, and then choose your matrices. Let's just go ahead and use A and B. So select matrix A. They're going to ask you for the dimensions. These are both 2 by 2 matrices. It's 2 rows by 2 columns. So go ahead and get those typed in. I've gone ahead and already typed in my elements to save some time. If you need to pause the video to type in your elements, then go ahead and do that. Once that's typed in, you need to quit and go back to matrix to do matrix B. So repeat the process, matrix. This time go to Edit and select matrix B, or whichever two you want to do, but I'm just going to stick with A and B. Again, I've already typed my elements and dimensions in. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and do that. But it's a 2 by 2 matrix, 2 rows by 2 columns, and then there's my matrix information. So once that's done, quit. And once you're in the home screen, the main screen where you would normally do calculations, that's where we're going to do this. So back into matrix. This time we want to select from the names menu. So select matrix A from the names menu. We want to multiply that, and you could do this for addition like I mentioned, although this is really time consuming just to add two matrices, which is very easy to do by hand. And then select matrix B and press enter, and voila, there is our answer matrix. You can see it down here. If you were to go ahead and do this by hand by adding these all up and continue to multiply rows by columns, you'd see where that came from. But notice it's not just as simple as addition, where it's multiply the first element by the first element over here. 1 times 5 is definitely not 41. Now we've talked about whether or not the order matters, and we've hinted at that it definitely does matter. It's not like multiplication of numbers where if I type in 5 times 9, that's 45. If I type in 9 times 5, that's of course also 45. Matrix multiplication may not work the same way. So let's go ahead and actually test it, and let's test whether or not it's commutative. So flip the order, go back and type in matrix B first times matrix A. And we know the multiplication will work because they're both 2 by 2 matrices, but will we get the same answer as the 41, 17, -3, -33 answer? And we see that no, absolutely we do not get the same answer. So to answer the question, is it commutative? It definitely is not commutative. The order matters. So be very careful when you type these in. Make sure you're doing these in the correct order, but feel free to use your graphing calculator, especially as the matrices get to be bigger dimensions. It's a very time-consuming process to do by hand, so let's let the calculator do that stuff for us.